Welcome. Hope everyone is well. Welcome back to another episode on the finished article, and we're back with another special episode on all things Sky Blues. As my boy Rich mentioned yesterday when we were talking about England's review, we are going to have a look at the fixtures that have been announced for Coventry City, how they're going to get on in the coming season. But before we get into it, before my boy Shaz gives me a kick up the ass, let me go through my admin. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment below. As always, without your support, we wouldn't be where we are today. We are on the race to 100, as we've mentioned before in previous videos. So the lucky 100 subscriber will be getting a special prize, which my boy Shaz has, but I'm not going to reveal what it is. It's actually a special one. So anybody watching the stream, please share and like and subscribe, and you could be the lucky winner to get it. And without further ado, just adding the Twitter feed here below. So we are now on Twitter at Finished Article. So please follow us there, as well as the Facebook page for further updates. But you know what? Let's bring the main man on board. Here he is. Yes, Richard. How you doing? You right?
Yes, not too bad, thanks. Some quiet day with no football on with the Euros, but at least there's been some City news.
It has indeed. It's been a while since we wore our City shirts, so it's nice to get back into group things as well. It is indeed. So, how you doing anyway? You good?
Yeah, very good.
Nice.
Going through these fixtures.
Indeed. So, without further ado, so the fixtures have been announced, which we are going to share with you guys shortly. So, what are your initial thoughts before we share them? Rich, interesting set of fixtures we've got coming up.
Yeah, I mean, a local derby. Well, you can class Forest as a local derby, first game of the season.
At the newly renamed Coventry Building Society Arena. So Rico Arena is no more. And I believe they're rebranding the seats as we speak right now. And I still think they're working on it. But you know what, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to share the fixtures up with you right now. Let me know if you guys can see that. I can zoom in as well.
Yeah, so we've got Blackpool early on midweek. So a lot of City supporters might be a bit disappointed with that. I mean,
I was one to say to another mate that why would you go to Blackpool away on a cold Tuesday night? That's something you want to be doing on a Saturday when the sun's out.
I've been to Fleetwood on a Tuesday night. That's near enough Blackpool.
Fair enough. So
it actually suits me better because my working hours. It actually suits me better on a Tuesday. Whether I go or not, I don't know. But
I was going to say, if you're going to make a trip up, then let us know. It might be a good time to catch up. But yeah, so we've got Nottingham Forest at home, good local derby to start with. We've got Barnsley, second game away from home.
Yeah, we've got good memories of playing Barnsley early in the season. A few times we went up there back in the day and we went top of the league.
Yes, indeed.
If we had them first or second game of the season. I remember winning 4-1 there under Ian Dowie.
No, that's true. Then we've got Reading, 21st of January. Then we've got QPR away. Last game of August, that's away. So a few interesting fixtures there. Let's have a look at September. We've got Middlesbrough at home, Cardiff at home, Millwall away. Peterborough, I believe, are the newly promoted team. So Jonathan Clark-Harris will be facing him.
Got a feeling they'll do okay.
It should be interesting. We'll cover that shortly. And then Luton away. And I'm looking forward to this one. Fulham at home.
Yeah, first time they've been in the same division as us since 1968, and we've only played them in the cup. Twice. It was 2 legs since then, so we haven't played them since I think 1982.
Interesting. Then we've got a couple of fixtures that are close to where I'm currently living. So Blackburn and Preston. So it should be good away days if you guys can make it. Definitely come up. And then Derby County. I think this one's still up for debate because aren't they in the middle of a dispute as to whether they get relegated or stay up? I mean, I think
I don't think the league will relegate them now. I just think they'll give them a points deduction. I mean, I haven't properly read it. I haven't read through everything, but I can't imagine the league relegating them now.
No.
Yeah, it could end up being Wickham that day if.
We'll have to see what the Football Association decide. Then we've got Saturday 30th. We've got Hull City away. Moving on into November, Swansea, Bristol City at home. Sheffield United is another one that have just come down from the Premiership, so it should be an interesting game. Birmingham City at home.
Yeah. Interesting one about Birmingham. It's the first time since Birmingham were relegated in 1984 from the top flight. It's the first time us and them have been in the same division for consecutive seasons.
Is it? Okay,
that's a unique stat. It might explain why the rivalry with Birmingham isn't intense as it may be, considering how local they are to us. But
yeah, I never thought we had much of a rivalry with Birmingham. I thought it was more with Villa that we had it, but you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
That's true. Then we got Bournemouth away, which I believe you're going to. Are you?
Well, yeah. Bournemouth and Fulham are the two championship grounds I've never seen a game at. Bournemouth, I was supposed to go there last season, family weekend away. I was going to sneak the match in. It obviously didn't happen because of COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, November's not the best time of year for a weekend away to Bournemouth, but ironically, I have actually got that booked off work already. So
nice.
I booked it off ages ago for that date. So
I'm looking forward to this fixture in December. West Brom at home. It should be a nice, tasty local derby to get our teeth into.
I love the local derby.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Then who we got? Huddersfield away, Stoke City at home, Cardiff away, and Millwall at home, 29th of December. Then, Richard, you're going to make your annual City trip if they're playing to a City. Oh, actually, they're playing at home this time.
Which one's that? The Boxing Day one? Luton. Yeah, well, home game. I got my season ticket, so
yeah, we all have. We're all so guys, make sure you get your season ticket. It's one definitely not to miss out since we're back at the.
As long as we're not in a third lockdown in winter.
I pray not.
I'm gonna be positive and hope that we're not.
No,
I might be naive, but
then just to round up, we got Peterborough away, Queen's Park Rangers at home, and Middlesbrough away. Interesting. February, what have we got? We've got Forest away, Blackpool at home, Reading away, Barnsley at home, Bristol City away, and Preston North End at home. Interesting. March, we've got Swansea away, Sheffield United at home, Hull City. Actually, Hull City is another one that have come up from League One, haven't they?
So yeah, League One champions last season.
Yes, they were. So Hull City should be an interesting game. And then Derby County, well, I guess we mentioned before, that's still up for debate. Then going into April, we've got Blackburn Rovers at home, Fulham away, Birmingham away.
Good Friday, that one.
Yeah. West Brom away and Huddersfield at home. And then to round up May, Stoke City away. So it should be an interesting end to the season. But that's pretty much the roundup of the fixtures that myself and Rick wanted to go through with you.
Hopefully we're safe from relegation long before them last couple of games.
I mean, since we brought that up, I mean, what's your in terms of predictions for the season? Where do you think?
There hasn't been much. We haven't announced any signings yet. I know all the speculation is that Jamie Patterson's signed, but until I see it on the official website, I just class it as a rumour.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, you said that Matty James had signed for Bristol City.
Yeah, we've missed the trick there because I would have liked to have seen us sign him, but Bristol City.
Do you know what was the underlying factor? I mean, was it money or what drove that decision?
I don't know, to be honest. I just saw yesterday that he signed for Bristol City. Perhaps money's the reason.
No, it's a shame. I really enjoyed him. I thought he was a good player for us. But so you mentioned Jamie Patterson. I mean, have you heard anything else? I don't know. Is it because of the Euros we haven't really heard much, or are they doing stuff behind the back?
Robbins doesn't usually mess about. He gets them in early, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But other teams have. There hasn't been that much going on transfer activity-wise in general, so I'm not too worried yet.
So, what's your verdict on the rumors that apparently Billy Gilmore is going to join us next season?
I enjoy the rumor. If we did sign, that would be a statement of intent. If we got him in,
it would. In fact, you know what? I'll go as far as to say if we get him in, we're going to be rooting for the playoffs next season. So
what's your favourite ever City transfer rumour? There's been some daft ones over the years.
What do you mean? Rumors that never happened?
Rumors that were basically complete nonsense.
Oh, boy. I don't even know where to start with this one. Who were we linked to? I can't remember. It was.
I always remember I I was out on a night out once down the Collie, and just for no reason whatsoever, I got my phone out and just texted everyone in my phone book, told them we'd signed Robbie Savage. And I actually sent it to my mum, who was on holiday at the time. She told my dad, and my dad, for about 2 days, was going around telling everybody he met from different parts of the country, where he was on holiday, that Coventry had signed Robbie Savage. Because I didn't bother to text the next day, say, "Oh yeah, I just made it up," because I'd had a few drinks. It was,
oh mate, that's crazy.
And the one that does the rounds every transfer deadline. I mean, it's a shame he's passed away now, but Phil Masinga.
Yeah,
That was one that every year it was a transfer window, or Phil Masinga's spotted at the Rico or spotted at Brighton. My mate Alan used to love that rumour.
No, that is true. That is true. I mean, I don't know. I've got to be honest with you. I mean, there's been so many. I lost count of who could have actually signed that, but it'd been interesting. I mean, let's talk more about next season then. Predictions on well, we'll finish. What do you reckon?
Well, anything. I take any kind of progress, whether that's a higher league position, more points, or safer with more games to go, or all of what I've just mentioned. I take any form of progress is progress.
So you'd be happy if we finish similar to where we are now, but if we show a bit more progress up the, like say, finish a couple of places higher up.
Progress can be interpreted in different ways, because if we were to be mid-table, secure safety with 5 or 6 games to go, because I think we did it with 2 games to go this time, and then played the kids for the last few games of the season, lost a few, and ended up finishing lower than 16th. On paper, you could argue that would be a worse season, but then on the other hand, if we've survived with more games to go.
No, it's an interesting one, because I think from our perspective, depending on who we sign, I would definitely like to see us compete, but I think you're right. We've got to be realistic about the budget and who we brought in. So, I mean, apart from Patterson, I haven't really heard from anyone. I mean, do we know much on Ostergaard? What's his situation?
I've got a bad feeling. I don't think he'll come. I think there'll be too many. I think top half championship team will snap him up. I haven't heard much about him, to be honest.
No, neither have I. So
I don't read the rumours. I just kind of, when something comes on the website, until I see it on the City website.
No, that is true. That is true. I mean, for me, I would agree with you. Progress for us this season should be sort of maintaining what we did last season, because we sort of punched above our weight. I thought we'd finish a little bit lower down than we did, but we had a good run of results, and I was glad with the way we competed. I think he had to go defensive at the end because of the sort of the fact that we needed to grind results out. But no, overall, great first season back in the Championship. I mean, do you think that Robbins will ever get a transfer budget to be able to push for promotion, or do you think we just have to play it by season?
Yeah, I think we've just got to play it season by season, steady progress every year.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Probably not what supporters want to be hearing, because everyone wants to be back in the Premier League. We've waited a long time, but we've got to be realistic.
No, that's true. I mean, I guess we have to be grateful for the fact that we brought in some shrewd loan signings, and I guess that might be the way forward going this season. Although, you know what, I would say we could probably sign a decent Premier League striker that's not getting game time, and he could probably do wonders for us. I think we definitely need a striker. We let Biamu go. 20-goal Bakayoko is going to make magic elsewhere. Biamu was the one I was a bit surprised with, because yes, he's not had a spectacular season, but he always played for the team. So we're sad to see him go, but I hope he does well wherever he is. And yeah, it'd just be interesting to see how the season in general pans out.
Well, we haven't sold Hamer yet, so I know West Brom and Rangers have both been linked with him, but as far as I'm aware, he's still a Coventry City player at the moment. So,
and we hope he stays that way. You know what? Is Liam Walsh been released by Bristol City?
Got a feeling he was.
Yeah, I'd heard a rumor.
We've always been linked. We're always going to be linked with him, former players and all that.
No, that's true. So, he's definitely one I'd like to see back. If we could bring him back, that would definitely be really good.
Liam Walsh and Jamie Patterson, the two. Were they released, or I know we've been linked with both of them, two Bristol City players. So
No, that is true. We'll have to cover it as and when we do hear news. We will be covering more on all things Sky Blues going forward once the Euros are finished. Rich, I know this is slightly off topic, but what did you make of the draw we got yesterday? So England, Germany, back at Wembley.
I actually went to sleep with Hungary. It was Hungary was second.
Hungary was second.
Woke up. First thing I did was check my phone. I actually woke my missus up because I swore at one of the lads, who I won't name him, but one of the lads in our WhatsApp group was celebrating Germany's goal, and he's watching this. He knows who he is. But my missus I actually woke my missus up at 2 o'clock in the morning, swearing. Like, just my natural reaction was calling him.
No, yeah.
You know,
by the way, I know who Rich is talking about, and if he's watching,
sorry, mate. If you're watching,
need to turn your priorities out, mate. You clearly are deleted, mate. Oh, mate,
Germany, it's a winnable game. Forget about all the history.
I wasn't really impressed with the way Germany played. Yes, they got it back to 2-2, but defensively, I think we can get at them if we. But we have to drive forward. I think we can't sit back. We're not going to keep clean sheet. I don't think.
We've got an extra day's rest on them,
yeah,
and we've got home advantage.
Yeah, so, I think 40,000 will be allowed at Wembley for that game. So
to be honest, I'd rather have them than if we'd come second in the group. It would have been Spain in Copenhagen. So I think we have got the better deal.
Yeah,
both would have been hard games, but
you know what, we were going to have to face them at some point anyway. It was just the nature of the draw. But you know what, we'll see how it pans out. But we will be covering more of the Euro 2020 predictions for the last 16 on Saturday. So please tune in for that. Well, myself and Rich will go for that. But you know what, I'm just going to finish off with some admin. So as we mentioned at the start,
you want to do some predictions for the championship next season? Top 6, bottom 3.
Go on, then. We can go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying I'm saying Fulham for top.
Okay.
Like you probably, I think most people probably agree that it's going to be. I mean, it could change. Fulham, everyone will have a different order, but Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield United, Bournemouth. Most people probably have them 4 in the top 6. But did I read something earlier that Scott Parker might be leaving Fulham and going to
Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So that would be a bit of a funny one. I mean,
I don't know why that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me because they're in the same division, and technically, I would say Fulham are in a better position because they've just come down.
Well, I've got when I wrote my predictions down, I got Fulham to win the league. I've got West Brom in second.
If it was the other way around, where Bournemouth had gone up and Fulham had come down, that would make sense for him to go. But it doesn't make sense for him to leave Fulham just for Bournemouth. I don't see the logic behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, I've gone for West Brom second. Big Sam, he's got West Ham up before, so I think he knows what it takes to get out of this league. Sheffield United third, Fulham fourth. I've gone for Swansea in fifth. Obviously beaten playoff finalists last season, and sixth, I didn't really know who to go for, but I've gone for Middlesbrough. It's Neil Warnock. So they had an okay season last year.
If I'm going and you're asking me my top 6, then I'm going Sheffield United top. I would go West Brom second, and I would go Swansea third. Winning through the playoffs. Then the other 3 in the bottom 6, I would have to put who did I not mention? Fulham, I didn't mention them. I would say that Blackburn will be thereabouts. Also Bournemouth, but they'll just fall short. And Reading will make up the top 6. I think Coventry, for me, I can see them finishing. Well, I would like to see them finishing 12th. That's what I recommend.
I'll take that.
I take 12th. It's improvement on last season. Bottom 3, for me, I would go, depending on whether Derby go down this season or not. I think Derby will be at the bottom. And then I would go, they'll probably get a deduction. Then I would probably go Birmingham City, and for last position, I would probably go Blackpool.
Yeah, I've gone for the same three.
Yeah.
Thinking Derby points like Sheffield Wednesday last year, they're going to be starting with a disadvantage because of. I'm pretty sure they'll get a points deduction. I don't think the league's going to relegate them this year, but I'll start with a points deduction. And I just don't see Rooney as a manager. I could be totally wrong, but he's a great player, obviously, and he's a big name, but I just can't imagine him. I could be wrong. He could go on to be a great manager, but I just can't picture it. He didn't exactly do that last year. Birmingham City, and I say this, I'm not saying this because they're a local rival or anything like that, but I just look at them as a club who are just stuck in a rut. I know they haven't got much money, but I know last few years they've consistently just been bottom half of the table, just above the relegation zone. And we know from experience when you're finishing around that position year after year after year, you go down eventually. Remember us in the Championship between about 07 and 2012. Different managers. We changed managers numerous times, like Birmingham have. But there's an issue there with the culture of that club, I think. And
I think in terms of culture, I think Cov have turned it around.
Yeah.
Should turn it around. We will always have constraints in terms of budget, but I think we're in a lot better place than when we were when we got relegated. So in a way, it was like a good thing because we had to reset the culture. Birmingham, I think, are in a bit more of a West position, especially with their owners being based in, I think, Hong Kong.
It could be a similar situation for them. It could be I think as a club they will come again, but I think for Birmingham City it will get worse before it gets better.
That is true.
Perhaps the fans won't want to hear it, but getting relegated and having a year or two where they win more than they lose could help turn around the culture of the club.
It did us the world. I mean, we remember when we came back up to League One, we just about missed off on the playoff, and then the following season we absolutely smashed it. And that was a great season because we're not used to being at the top. And I was like, this is not real. This isn't real. This is like something different. But glad we got it done in the end. But yeah, that's my take.
I know they had some good results in the Bowyer at the end of last season, but teams do tend to change managers. But I think long term there needs to be an overhaul of the culture at that club.
No, I agree absolutely.
And Blackpool have just gone for them. I don't really know, just purely because out of the three teams that have come up, I just see them as the ones most likely to go down again. I think Peterborough have got a good owner who's a football man, so I think he knows what he's doing, and they'll struggle they'll be in the bottom half, but I think he'll know what it takes to get out of it. Hull. Again, I think they probably, I don't know, but I reckon they've probably got a slightly higher budget than Blackpool. So,
yeah, I think they would do.
So, I think we agree on that. We might disagree on the order a little bit, but I think we're on the same page pretty much with top six, bottom three. Not a lot of.
No, indeed. And anybody that's tuning in and watching, please let us know in the comments, either now or after. Let us know what your thoughts on our predictions are. If you disagree with what we've said, happy to have another discussion on it, as we probably will as the season closes in. But you know what? I think we're going to call it a wrap for this episode. Before we go, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment below. As always, we mentioned we're on the race to 100. And just follow our Twitter feed there as well. And please share that. The more you can share these streams, and please leave a like for everyone watching. Without your support, we wouldn't be where we are today. But you know what? I'm going to wrap it up by saying stay safe, guys. And until next time, see you soon.
Yeah, play up Sky Blues.
Play up Sky Blues.